This is Eric Muathe with Muathe.com with another quick educational video. In this video, we're going to go back to that number, the 61.8 level. And I'm going to look at this from a different vantage point. So, the first thing we're going to look at is if you take it from 0 to 100, then of course 61.8 is going to be exactly where it should be, 61.8%, right? That's pretty obvious. Now, what I want to address later on here is between 50 and 100, 61.8 actually is at 69.1. So I hope that makes sense. So between 0 and 100, 1.618 is at exactly where it should be at 61.8, and between 50 and 100, the 61.8 retracement or 61.8 level is at 69.1. It's another way of saying that 69.1 is a variation of 1.618. Now, let's take a look at those two levels based on this powerful looking instrument. So the ticker symbol is RNG, and it gives us a perfect example of what I want to discuss here. That's why I'm using it. So let's take a look at what happened when we break out for the first time ever above RSI 61.8. This is the first time we move above 61.8. It also happens to line up very conveniently and very nicely with at least one of our MACDs breaking out to 3-year highs. And we can see here again the MACD is moving to all-time highs. In other words, it met my minimum requirements for my own researched method, which I call the ultimate Muathe breakout. But the key in this video, I want to emphasize the 61.8 movement, which I also call the phi breakout or the universal low breakout. And you can see that breakout is somewhere around here at the beginning part of 2017, and the stock has never looked back. So there we have it, 61.8 right here. The next level, of course, is 69.1, and this is right there. And we haven't really materially closed and stayed below 69.1 since middle to early 2017. And as I always try and remind you guys, when an instrument holds above 69.1, it is a sign of power. And the higher the RSI, the longer it stays above 69.1, it means that pullbacks are shallow. Yes, there will be pullbacks, but ultimately, as long as it is holding and defending the 69.1 threshold, you avail yourselves to this type of powerful generational moves. And keep in mind, an instrument can stay strong for many years, as we can see an example here of an instrument that continues to defend the 69.1 level with shallow support areas here back above 69.1. All of this held above 69.1, corresponding with the pullback areas and so forth, especially institutions that look to hold instruments for a long time. The RSI can stay above 69.1 for years. Here we are seeing it's been above the 69.1 threshold for more than 3 years. So, making sure that you understand the 61.8 level and its variations. Here we took a look at the power of 69.1 and also 61.8. If you understand those levels and their power and their significance, you can know what to do when faced with these types of powerful moving instruments. This is Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. Love and light, light and love. Namaste.